Alexander Chen stood at the observation deck of the orbital station Prometheus, watching the alien fleet materialize from hyperspace. 3,000 years of peace were about to end, and he found himself smiling, a cold, predatory expression that would have terrified the Zephyrian delegation had they understood human facial expressions. "Contact from the Hegemony flagship," reported Nora Valdez from her position at the communications array. Her voice carried the same unsettling calm that had settled over the entire human command structure. "They're demanding our immediate surrender." Alexander's smile widened. "After 3 millennia, they still don't understand us." The galactic hegemony had imposed the Armistice after humanity's first contact war, a brutal conflict that had introduced the galaxy to human warfare. The aliens had been horrified by humanity's tactics, their willingness to sacrifice, their refusal to acknowledge defeat, even when facing extinction. The Armistice had been their solution. Confine humanity to their solar system, let them stagnate in isolation while the galaxy moved forward. They had no idea what they had unleashed. "Admiral," Nora continued, her fingers dancing across holographic displays, "I'm reading over 10,000 hegemony vessels, 12 different species, including Zephyrian dreadnoughts and Kethmar bioships." "Impressive," Alexander mused, studying the tactical readouts. "They brought their entire armada. They're taking us seriously this time." Behind them, the command center buzzed with quiet efficiency. No panic, no fear, just humans doing what they did best, preparing for war. The younger officers, those born during the Armistice, watched their elders with fascination. They had grown up on stories of the old war, tales that seemed like myths. Now they would witness the reality. "Sir," called out Lieutenant Morrison from the tactical station, "they're powering weapons. Energy signatures suggest they're preparing for orbital bombardment of Earth." Alexander's expression didn't change. "Open a channel to Terra Command. Authorization Omega-7. The holographic display flickered, revealing Fleet Admiral Sarah Harrison in the underground command bunker beneath Geneva. Her weathered face showed the same cold satisfaction that Alexander felt. "Alex," she nodded. "I assume our guests have arrived?" 10,000 strong, Sarah. They mean business this time." "Good," Harrison replied. "It's been 3,000 years since we've had a proper fight. I was beginning to worry we'd gone soft." Nora suppressed a laugh at her console. The aliens had indeed made a critical error. They assumed that 3 millennia of isolation had weakened humanity, that peace had made them complacent. They couldn't have been more wrong. "Initiating Prometheus Protocol," Alexander announced to his crew. Throughout the solar system, similar announcements echoed across hundreds of stations, ships, and installations that the hegemony's sensors couldn't detect. The Armistice had been humanity's greatest gift. While the aliens had stagnated in their comfortable hegemony, humans had spent 3,000 years doing what they always did, preparing for the next war. They had turned their solar system into the galaxy's most sophisticated fortress, developed technologies that would make their ancestors weep with pride, and most importantly, they had bred and trained for this moment. "Contacts emerging from Luna's shadow," reported Nora, her voice tinged with anticipation. "The Reaper-class dreadnoughts are moving to intercept." Alexander watched as humanity's true fleet revealed itself. Ships that made the old generation look like toys materialized throughout the system. The aliens had expected to find the same desperate, outgunned humans they had fought 3 millennia ago. Instead, they found an apex predator that had spent 30 centuries honing its fangs. "Admiral Chen," came the transmission from the Hegemony flagship, the translator struggling with alien concepts of honor and dominance. "Your species has grown beyond the bounds of the Armistice. We come to correct this transgression. Surrender now and your deaths will be swift." Alexander looked at Nora, who had a hand over her mouth to stifle her laughter. The tactical display showed human fleets emerging from concealment throughout the system. Ghost ships using technology the aliens couldn't comprehend, weapons that broke the known laws of physics. "Open the channel," Alexander ordered. The main screen flickered to life, revealing the insectoid features of a Zephyrian war leader. Its compound eyes reflected the light of distant stars as it studied the human commander. "I am Admiral Alexander Chen of the Terran Defense Force," he began, his voice carrying across space to the alien fleet. "You have declared war on humanity after 3,000 years of peace. We accept." The alien's mandibles clicked in what might have been confusion. "You accept?" You do not negotiate? Do not beg for mercy as your species did before? Alexander's smile returned, colder than the void of space. You misunderstand. We're not the same species you fought 3,000 years ago. We're what you created when you caged us, when you gave us time to think, to plan, to become what we were always meant to be. Sir, Nora announced, all fleets report ready. Operation Apex is green across the board. The alien war leader's confidence seemed to waver, as energy readings from the human fleet spiked beyond their instrument's ability to measure. Impossible. Our intelligence reports indicated. Your intelligence reports were written by us, Alexander interrupted. 3,000 years of misdirection, of appearing weak while we grew strong. Did you really think we spent 30 centuries in stagnation? Throughout the solar system, the true scope of human preparation revealed itself. Weapons platforms that had been disguised as asteroids came online. Ships that had been hiding in dimensional pockets emerged into normal space. The very fabric of the solar system had been weaponized. You wanted to see what humanity had become, Alexander continued, watching as the alien fleet scrambled to adjust their formations. We are no longer the desperate survivors you caged. We are the apex predators you created through 3 millennia of enforced evolution. Nora's console chimed softly. All systems nominal, Admiral. The galaxy is about to remember why they were afraid of us. Alexander nodded, his cold smile never wavering. Fire. The 3,000-year armistice was over. The real war was about to begin.